station you grew up with, WALT. Let me tell you about a place.
Well, good morning, everybody. You're listening to the original Saturday Morning Rock Revival, very special edition today. Our extra special guests, Ernie Soul and Jimmy Tabb, with us, sharing some memories of years gone by. Things that come to mind this morning.
Tell me, I got so much experience in the music business. We got speaking up the other day when we were writing for our memoirs and everything. And we've been in business 51 years. I've been 25, he's been 26. We worked together 5 years, then we were apart 20 years, and they got back together after 20 years. You believe that?
That's unbelievable. Did you guys kind of get started together?
Oh, yeah. 58, 59.
Yeah. 58 and 59. Whereabouts?
Albany?
It was,
more specifically.
Shadanan
Lounge on Jackson Street.
The who?
The Shadanan Lounge, owned by Tommy Roberts.
Sure, well, he was our manager and agent at that time, and believe it or not, back then we made money and everything.
You actually made money?
Yeah, we made money. We cleared money.
There was another Albany for Randy Brimberry was with the original group back then.
Who was the original group? We had, yeah, Randy's still around. He is.
It was Randy and I and Jimmy Tabb, and then we used Farrell Davis. Farrell Davis was a bass player that we used later on, but the original group, that's the original group right here.
All right, Jimmy Tabb's got a picture. I got to check this out.
That's the original group.
Oh, come on.
That's back in 59?
59. That was late 59, just before New Year's Eve, so that would be late 59, wouldn't it?
Show that to camera, too.
Yeah.
Man, I wish we had this on
Get that
Town
on Wide World of Sports.
Country. That's a picture that's worth some money.
And this one too. That's from the same. That's in the club where we were playing right there. That's.
Man. Brings back memories. I wish I could share this with everybody out there.
We had to break in 4 houses last night to find that picture there. We found it.
Don't let anything happen to it.
But we got.
Where was this lounge located at?
Huh?
On Jackson, did you say?
No, it's on South Jackson, the 100 block of South Jackson. It was cat-a-corner, like across the street from the old Stems, because that's where we was at every night.
Every morning, though.
Yeah, that's where I gained 300 of my 500 pounds. Yeah, that's it. But we had a good time, and waitresses were all nice to us.
Now, you're talking back in 58 and 59.
60, yeah.
In 1960.
Yeah, and then early.
We were working, as a matter of fact, when Pink's Car from John was released. We were on the stand, and the first night it was played from out here at the transmitter by Les Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be darned.
And we did live remotes. Jimmy and I did live remotes. We did like 60 or 70 live remotes on ALG from the Shadanan Lounge with Bill Rivers.
1 hour a night, 1 hour every.
Wild Bill Rivers?
Wild
yeah.
Bill Rivers.
Every Wednesday and Friday nights. Wednesday and Friday nights we did 30 minutes live from the Shadanan Lounge with Wild Bill Rivers.
Now, can I stretch your memories?
Yeah.
1950, 1960, and 61. What were some of the most requested songs you guys were playing for the people?
Well, that's when Ray Charles started having all his double-sided hits, and we were doing Maurice Williams stuff. We're doing a lot of Jimmy stuff. Jimmy's been writing for 115 years. It's been 115 years. We got some good stuff. We're finna do an album in March. Jimmy and I are doing an album in March, and most of the stuff is his.
And we're doing Dion's Wanderer and Runaround Sue.
Pink Scar.
Pink. You got to do Pink Scar.
At least 12 times a night.
Got to. And Rudolph.
Yeah.
You got to do Rudolph. Doggone. All right, so Ray Charles, big records.
That was basically what I was doing at the time. Tabb has always done, like commercial, middle of the road stuff. But like that's just where he's at. He can really do that kind of stuff.
The twist, doing the peppermint twist and that type of thing back out right around that time period.
So you had kind of a blend here, which is just a natural blend of a little bit of the soul, rhythm and blues with the from Elvis type rock to the twist and the current.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's basically what we're doing now with country thrown in, and it's we can cover just about any time period from
50s to 80s.
30s. We can go back as far as 30s and 40s.
40s, sure.
Yeah, right. Tabb is the best. He's always been in this area. And I say this from my experience, Tabb has always been the best Elvis sound-alike that's ever been in this part. And matter of fact, back when we were doing a lot of shows, back in the middle 60s, Tabb did a complete Elvis show. Now, we can't do a show with him playing the instruments that he's playing, we can't really get into the show.
What all instruments are you playing now?
I'm playing what's called, it's a key synthesizer. It's a key bass, takes the place of knocks out a bass guitar player, so we get to split that money.
You heard it here, folks.
And I'm playing right hand with a baby grand, and I do the horn imitations, saxophone where we can't. I do an imitation just using my mouth, trumpet, trombone, sax.
Don't forget the
French horn, harmonica. Just using my mouth and no instruments. I just do all.
We actually do
sound
slim
effects.
harpos. He actually does slim harpos, Raining in My Heart, and we do the harmonica parts on it.
Oh my God! I wish I could get you to do some of that this morning.
Unreal.
I wouldn't do that to you though.
It's unreal.
I have done it before on Channel 10 with the cameras on me, and the face you have to make to do that. I've had customers try to do it with a mouthful of CLC and water. You talk about making a mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest today, Ernie Soul and Jimmy Tabb. You guys do any Sam and Dave stuff?
Hold
You do?
Hold on.
Well, good morning, everybody. You're listening to the original Saturday Morning Rock Revival, very special edition today. Our extra special guests, Ernie Soul and Jimmy Tabb, with us, sharing some memories of years gone by. How about some idols, guys?
Well,
Anybody who had profound influence on you? Jimmy, obviously Elvis Presley did. Ernie, I don't know where I could trace your roots back to.
it's early R&B stuff. I go back a long ways. I worked with a lot of big black stars in my time. That's my main situation. I'm still doing it today. I do a lot of country stuff today because of market value, but I mean I enjoy doing country stuff. But most of my stuff go back the early days of Jerry Butler, all the Otis Redding type stuff. That's what I'm still into today. I love it and always have and always will probably.
Yeah, hey, listen, soul music is really, I've got to believe that the birth of the contemporary soul music is right in our area. I guess the southeastern part of the United States.
One of my idols has always been Booker T. Booker T. Jones, or Booker T. and the MGs, like early days, and most people just remember, like they think of Booker T. as just having a hit record, Onions and stuff like that, Hang 'em High, do stuff like that. But Booker T. has really been into it. I've checked up, I've been doing a lot of checking the last couple of years, and boy, he has really been into the music business in a heavy situation like producing and directing and stuff. And now he's really into it super big time.
Yeah, you mentioned Isaac Hayes off mic a little while ago, and if people knew the truth, Isaac Hayes and Booker T worked together almost hand in hand throughout a lot of stuff.
Sure they did.
And
he's producing Willie Nelson stuff now.
Oh, man.
He's just into anything.
Jimmy, how about some influences of your music?
Well, like I said, basically it was Elvis. I had
Jerry Lee Lewis got to have some influence, yeah.
Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis. Y'all come up with some more.
Y'all come up with some more.
That's
Liberace. Okay, you asked for it. Golly. How about some local talent that we've had a lot of local talent here.
The one that I run competition with for years was Eddie Middleton and Bobby Lee Joyner. And still real good friends of mine till this day. They were the ones that I run, what's called competition, like who would draw the biggest crowds at different clubs, and especially in this area, And Tabb, I don't, who was you running?
I didn't have any competition.
You didn't have Jimmy Tabb, ladies and gentlemen, did not have any competition.
No,
we're happy to say.
When you get that far out on North Jefferson, you don't have
Oh, golly.
That takes away from downtown when you get that far out on North Jefferson, the Pine Roof.
We know it's in your blood, but why have you stayed in the business?
Virtually for eating purposes, and I just don't know how to do anything else.
We talk about all these guys, and there's a lot of them that are still in the business.
Yeah.
But the majority of them are out of the business.
Sure.
What kept you guys in it?
Drive to prove a point, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Not to give up. Just like a man gambling. When he goes to losing and he gets down so far, he can't quit. And I guess that's what it is with myself. Now, I don't know about Tabb, but with myself, I got so many years invested. I got the best years of my life already invested in it. So I said, now, why change?
Why change now?
If I had changed 15, 20 years ago, different, it'd been different.
Outside of the Albany area, where are some of your favorite spots that you remember playing, either one of you guys?
Oh, God.
And I lived a couple of 3 years out on St. Simon's Island. We had a club right off about couple hundred yards off the beach there called the Beachcomber. Played there. And a group called the Bedfellows, Strange Bedfellows, worked there for a long time.
I played your record down in DeLand, Florida, and I still can't find it. Doggone.
Let's see. Some other places.
We worked Wagon Wheel in Anchorage, Alaska. We've been to Greenland.
You worked in Anchorage, Alaska?
Yeah, we've been to Tule, Greenland. We've done
Greenland?
Yeah, we've done.
That's where I thought we was at this morning.
Really? I heard that. But, I would think working the Florida Keys, to me, that the first time I worked the Florida Keys, I took the Simpson brothers with me. And I think that was the biggest haven. We went down for 6 weeks to Marathon, to the Hurricane Motor Lodge at Marathon. That's about the middle key there. And I think that was one of the best memories in my time of working live. And we really had a good, because at that place that we worked, every night you had, because of the yacht basins and stuff in there, you had French diplomats in, you'd have Dominican Republic, people from all over the world were there, every night, like different nights.
What kind of music? Just contemporary stuff and oldies? Yeah, pretty well mixed bag.
Oldies. I always push oldies. Every time you see my name, you can just associate it with oldies, because somewhere in my show, I will do some oldies, yeah.
Great.
That's what's made me money these years, and that's where I'll be doing from now on.
How about let's talk about some stories about Bo Diddley. He's a legend in his own time.
Yeah. Bo Diddley goes back a long time. He made money. He was making money back as far as when you didn't even have to tune your guitar.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of them still don't.
A lot of them must be making money. but he's I guess you could say,
don't say much, folks, but when he lets it out, it's a jewel, believe me.
He was one of the original black rock and roll. The Chuck Berrys and Bo Diddleys at the same era.
Got that particular sound that doesn't change over the years.
Right. Mm-hmm. And still today, I'm sure if you were here Bo Diddley tonight, you could still flash back to the time when he was having hit records, and he would sound basically the same.
I understand he owns a ranch out west somewhere and just kind of laid back and
I guess
enjoying life.
Just got it together.
Saw him up here when we had that rock revival show a couple of years ago. And,
I know that Chuck Berry does. They just laid back.
Yeah,
all the big groups nowadays, like Chicago, they bought their own mountain and got their own studio there. That's.
Hey, listen.
Tabb and I've been thinking about building a studio over in Tai-Tai.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest today, Jimmy Tabb, Ernie Soul on the Rock Revival. We're going to make some memories without song. Boy, Bo Diddley. I almost said Bo Hannon there, because Bo Hannon about that same kind of bass line in there, but nowhere near the talent. Can't judge a book by looking at the cover. No truer words to be spoken. Jimmy Tabb and Ernie Soul, our special guests this morning. They went and refueled at the coffee urn.
Another cup of Folgers.
Another cup of Folgers. Well, I drink this stuff here that my wife fixes for me now. Some good stuff.
Yeah. How's she doing?
He's doing fine. Her back's a lot better now.
All right.
Got our oldest boy out of the hospital. He'll be coming home today.
Oh, that's great.
A couple broken legs, broken arm, broken motorcycles. I've yet to meet anybody that owns a motorcycle, who rides it regularly, who hasn't been involved in a major accident.
I guess I've been real lucky on the motorcycle situation. I've never found one that could pull me around. So I guess, actually, I really looked at it.
I brought in my Big Daddy album today just to share with you guys. I know Jimmy calls me every now and then. Yeah.
The original name of the original, a while ago we were talking about original group that we had, was Jimmy Tabb and the Dynamics, and this is an actual business card that we used at that time.
For rock and roll, twist and music. This is on the card. It's a business card. Pop, rock and roll, twisted music, specialty, music you will like to dance to.
Believe it, they
Jimmy Tabb and his Dynamics. Exclusive management. T.A. Roberts.
Tommy Roberts.
Oh, I love it.
Really?
Remember the phone numbers here were H.E. What did that stand? Hemlock. Mm-hmm. Whoa. They had Hemlock here.
That, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people still use that. They'll say, "What's your number?" Some of the older people been around Albany for a long time. So, "What's your telephone number?" They'll say, "Hemlock 888-70 whatever."
Oh yeah, whatever it is.
But they'll still run off that Hemlock.
Gosh, I should have thought about that when I did 436 home. I could have said Hemlock. No, I don't know, whatever it would have been. 43. Yeah, would have done right.
43, yeah.
Hemlock.
H-E.
Just call Hemlock home.
Yeah.
That would have messed some people up. Hey, that's cool.
Or
That's super.
Jimmy and I write a song just called Hemlock 77203.
Yeah. Hey.
That's happened to us
Hemlock.
a lot. We had a lot of good times. I'd like to say hi to my landlady. Oh, hey, you good-looking devil.
Obviously, I've lost control, ladies and gentlemen.
We've been out of control for years. Ain't it fun to be out of control? Damn, I've been out of control for years.
I brought in this Big Daddy album to share a couple of cuts with our listeners this morning. And Jimmy calls me every now and then and comments about a song or two. And I just queued up something. I mean, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, their version of You Don't Bring Me Flowers. What do you think about songs like this that, oldies guys that take new songs that make them in, what do you call it? The arrangement, I guess, is in the old style. Is that valid music or doesn't matter?
I would think myself that anybody that can take anybody else's song and sell it, all the credit should go to the artist.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay, I agree.
Because you know and I know that anybody that hears the original song that likes a song, hears the original, always likes the original better for some reason.
Right.
In most cases, just like I know I prefer the original.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
That's right.
Don't look at me like that.
Isn't that terrible when you
Don't look at me in that tone of voice, Tab. It's too early in the morning.
They don't even look at it this early.
I get flashbacks when I look at Tab. I think it's break time.
Ernie Soul and Jimmy Tabb, our special guests on the Rock Revival. No, we only have one mic. Low-budget program, guys. You're lucky to get a microphone.
Yeah, really.
I can tell you how many people I've interviewed over the years had to do this.
We feel like we're at work. We got tons of mics at work, and people don't understand why they don't work.
What kind of music are people requesting today? Is it the current stuff, the oldies, or what that you guys...
It's contemporary country, and the majority of people come to the club where we're at know us from back from the time we started.
Forever.
And hearing us do those same tunes again, they help them. They relive that time period, and we just go back. As a matter of fact, when we started together in the club, we jumped in there with no rehearsal at all. We just went back to what we had done back in '59, '60. I said, "Do you remember Sam Phillips' Sea of Love?" He said, "Get me a key and hit it," and we kick it dead on stage, and that's the way we've rehearsed it. We've been there, and we just go back and pull these out of the hat. The Wanderer, Dion, it don't matter what it is. And first time we go through, we may be a small flub in there that the average person wouldn't notice, but we would. And the second time we do it, we got it down like we wanted. And that's the type of thing people request.
Super.
But we get into the oldest, real hot and heavy. It takes us about the third set, 10:30, 11 o'clock.
I'm going to rattle your cage here. When I moved here in November of 1969, Thanksgiving Day, I lived out on Cordial Road. It seemed like it was about 400 yards long, a little blue and white trailer. And this is when they still had the Navy here. They would start testing the B-52s at about 1 a.m. I mean, so I was on the end of the runway. It's where I had my little trailer out on Cordial Road. Yeah.
You didn't say that.
I got you guys in trouble.
That really does. We get old.
There was a place called the Continental Room. It's a place I met Ernie Soul. He won't ever remember, and I probably don't remember much anyway. And thereabouts with somewhere in that same period, Jimmy Tabb was playing at the Victory Club.
Victory Club.
Remember those days?
I remember those days. Believe it or not, in those...
I should have said Gordon Leonard's Continental Room.
That's what you should
think that's how
that makes everybody know everything that's happened. I played 6 weeks in the Collin Room several nights. And, Gordon believed in sundown till sunup.
Yeah.
And he had a philosophy of that, Like if anybody didn't have the money, could you get somebody to bring it down, Could you get somebody to bring you some down here? Yeah, he really believed in that. We had lots and lots of good times at the Conno Room. Tabb worked the Conno Room some.
Mm-hmm.
And I never worked the Victory Club any, but I said we about even. Both of us worked the Pine Room. We worked
the what?
Pine Room on North Jefferson. You missed that
was
area.
the busiest little place in town at the time.
Were you guys around when they had this place up here for right where the Scottish Rite Temple is now, the Paramount
Yeah.
Club? What was that place?
We were children, but we were around that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a place on North Jefferson just before you get to the viaduct type situation on the right-hand side. At a good friend of mine, Curtis Gordon, Country Arts.
Yeah, I know Curtis.
He worked there like 100 years ago. What was the name of that?
Well, I know there's a place called the Black Cat.
Oh my God.
Going back.
That's just over the viaduct on the...
Yeah, it was all over the viaduct. And I saw the motorcycles, the chains, and the knives. It said they handed out knives when you went in the front door.
That's the next thing your mother tell your daughter before they leave home at that time, but don't go over the viaduct.
Don't go over the viaduct. Big hit record by Jimmy and Ernie. Don't go over the viaduct. All right. What was the name of that place that Gordon was at? Curtis Gordon.
I was racking my brain. I remember it like it was yesterday.
You guys that don't remember the viaduct, I am probably one of the few people that live here that never minded this thing. It was just wide enough for 1.5 cars to get over. And the contest was to see what fool was going to try to be the wrong half.
One car and a motorcycle.
One car and a motorcycle might get through. And it never bothered me. Never did. Then they put this new fancy bridge out here so I can get to work on time, and I appreciate that.
Viaduct, in case people don't even remember where it was, is where the bypass, the 19 bypass.
We used to have, I'll tell you how you know. The viaduct was about 1,000 feet on the other side of the railroad tracks.
Straight down.
Straight down.
That's why I closed my eyes. I don't remember going across it.
Man. But I had to make that trip every day to get out to the radio station. Whew, it didn't bother me.
I want to tell you about the radio station, about Johnny Reb. I've been coming out to this station, like, hadn't lately, but we've been coming out here since 1910. And the road is always the roughest
road you
I have ever been on in my lifetime.
It's always the pits.
But why don't they fix that road?
Why? I don't know. It's called Dunbar Lane now. It's dedicated to a policeman who was shot in duty.
Yeah, really, I
and you think they would...
Why don't they pave the road or something, Jack?
I don't know. They're finally getting some houses up here. Maybe one day they'll do that. But the way that we tell the weather is the day that they scrape the road, within 24 hours it'll rain. This is just guaranteed. I've heard some wild stories about this radio station, and
believe them.
I don't. Yeah, believe them. It's right. This is the old days, not today. I didn't realize how much insulation they have on the roof here. At least 4 million beer cans. At least.
Really? Like I said, we had some good times out here at this radio station.
Listen, when I first moved here, I mean, this is 69, 70. I had, you talking to people, and they say, well, my daddy won't let me come out to the radio station. And then you get now today, the little girl is grown up, got children. You're not going out to the radio station. What did they do out here? Man.
I guess they played a lot of records.
Played a lot of records. It had to be that. Gosh.
Drank a lot of beer.
Unbelievable. Ernie, what all instruments do you play? I know you got the drums. You mess with anything else?
I play piano. Play bass. Try to play guitar. And definitely try to play drums. We did just some of everything. Just whatever we needed in the band at that time is what we play. I play organ and piano. I can play multi-instruments at one time, and I can walk and chew gum. What all can you do, Ted?
What's I figured, I guess, unique would be kind of the words used, but the fact that we started together back in 59, 60 is that if something were to happen in the middle of a song, each one of we know the same song, word from word almost exactly, and you couldn't hardly tell when one left off and the other took over. One of or if we wanted to swap out instruments, we could swap out or whatever.
And now in a song, believe it or not, and it's very difficult to do, and not patting ourselves on the back because I'm so big I can't reach back there, but Tabb and I can swap harmony parts in a song, and it's very difficult today to tell the difference.
I'm hoping you guys put together an album. I'd love to hear that thing.
We do that all the time.
That'd be super.
If we can say that we're working out at Lloyd's, And we can't say that on the mic. I don't think we're working out at Lloyd's Restaurant on Gilmore Road. Can't say that, sir.
Can't say that.
Can't say that, but we're starting a new happy hour thing out there with a old rock and roll revival thing. Starting Tuesday. We'll be on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays.
With a rock revival?
Yeah, we'll be just rock and roll and doing all the oldies from 5 to 7 every day.
I'll have to make it to that.
Yeah, you have to come on out and check that out, because we're going to have a lot of fun. It's starting this coming Tuesday, matter of fact.
Fantastic.
5 to 7, we're going to get down on it.
Hey, you ever get requests for Birds and the Bees?
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah, all right, let's play that one for the folks. Ernie Soul and Jimmy Tabb are special guests this morning on the original Saturday Morning Rock Revival. We're hovered at 36 degrees in the breeze with your beauty on duty. Look out.
Let me tell you
When radios had tubes and there was no MTV, I used my imagination and WALGs.
Just got one of our listeners on the line there that said that was Ford's Ranch. That's the name of the place on North Jefferson. Golly. We got to be rattling some cages this morning. You guys are going over my head a lot. Sir, if you want to hold on, you're welcome to. If you want to hang up, you can. It's quite all right. We appreciate the call, but I got headphones on, so I can't talk to you unless you want to say hi to Ernie. Here, say hi to him, Ernie. I don't know if he's still there. If I could figure out how to put this thing on the air, I'd do it for you folks. Shoot. Jimmy, you're going to have to start talking now because Ernie's on the phone. He's looking at his book.
I was just reminiscing, going through the book, seeing what all I've missed.
Just doing fine.
I missed the places like the Pig and Chick.
Yeah, Pig and Whistle.
The Pig and Whistle. Yeah, I said Pig and Chick because that's the one I knew that was out there where Hardee's is now. Then you had the Pig and Whistle.
Pig and Whistle on Slappy.
On Slappy there, right where Western Sizzling is.
Right.
Shoot, I remember things like Lums. Whatever happened to Lums and Beefy's, Wishbone Fried Chicken, but places like that we had. But we don't have the legendary night spots anymore. You got the Sand Trap for one crowd, the Palmyra Bananas and so forth. You got the Lloyd's. But you were a legend in your own time right there at the Victory Club while I've been here. Not going back to the 50s and 60s. But during the 70s when you were out there at Lloyd's, at the Victory Club.
I was trying to find the word legendary on the way over here, and I finally figure out what legendary means.
Oh, let me turn this thing on. I'm sorry. What is it?
Legendary is musicians that started out in Albany and still are in Albany.
Got a good friend, Mac Mercer, on the telephone. That's who that was. And he goes back a long way. He's a country singer. Really good singer. He was in BMW, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That's Mac Mercer. That's who it is.
That's great. Well, I wanted to slide in here with Honky Tonk from Bill Doggett on our Rock Revival. In case you just tuned in, we got Ernie Soul and Jimmy Tabb in here. Phone line is open. Don't have to be in the back brace to answer it, but we'll do it for you. Our phone number is Hemlock 69000. All right. Honky Tonk, part number 1, 1049 on the original Saturday Morning Rock Revival, except no substitutes.